What you doing this weekend? Where you gonna go? How you gonna do it? Oh, don't you know? Find out what's in store and what's on show on the Sydney weekend. Come on, let's go.
Good day and welcome to the show. Sydney must be the most amazing major city anywhere on the planet. I'm 30 minutes south of the CBD and it looks like I could be stranded in the Whitsundays. Well, I'm not, because this is Whit's Saturday and I'm in Port Hacking and I have found the cheapest and most enjoyable way to explore this amazing waterway. Also, second week and your last opportunity to enter the Sydney Olympic Park Sydney Weekender Most Wanted competition. Stick around for that. Meanwhile, here's what's coming up on the rest of the show.
Come on, let's go.
Sydney is the harbour city, but it's just not the harbour. It's Broken Bay, Pittwater, Botany Bay, and this place, Port Hacking. And believe me, Port Hacking, particularly where it backs onto the National Park over there, is absolutely pristine water. But unless you live around here, you usually don't come and check it out. Well, I've found a way that you and the family can do just that with Cronulla Cruises. The cruise heads off from Cronulla Wharf and steams up towards the Royal National Park. At the helm is Brad Cornish. Brad, first thing I want to ask you, is this a 3-hour cruise?
It's actually a 3.5 hour.
Okay, we've settled that. What about this boat? It is fantastic.
It is. It's a shallow draft vessel, which means it runs in water really, literally as deep as your knee. Port Hacking is absolutely littered with sandbars, and we've turned a negative into a positive, really. We take advantage of the sandbars on a low tide. We run this straight up onto the beach, wind down the front, people get off, they go swimming. There's a lot of places on Port Hacking, you just can't get to them. And there's some beautiful spots, but with this type of boat, we can get anywhere.
This is an eco cruise, and Brad has a running commentary on some of the more interesting sights along the way.
What you're looking at here is actually a fish trap. Now, what they would do on a high tide, exactly like it is now, they would bait up this area in here and it would encourage fish to swim over the wall. As the tide would drop, they would become trapped, which would make an easy fish picking.
The early settlers weren't the only ones living off the sea.
What you're actually looking at here is an Aboriginal shell midden. Now, these are created over thousands and thousands of years. It's actually quite high here, but the more you dig down, you'd still find that there's a lot of shell. Actually, if you went up there and had a good look around, you would probably find bone fragment where the Aboriginals would have cooked wallaby or even goanna, and there'd be still little bits of bone fragment up there.
The cruise finishes at the famous Audley Weir in the Royal National Park, Australia's first national park, and you've basically got two options. You can stick with the boat, go back through Port Hacking to where we started, or you can jump off, go bushwalking, bike riding, canoeing, kayaking, anything on the water, because in 3.5 hours' time, the boat's back on another cruise you can then jump on and go home. For me, I'm sticking with option number 2, but that's a little bit later in the show. You're watching Sydney Weekender, and as you know, I'm cruising beautiful Port Hacking with Cronulla Cruises. They've dropped us off here at the Audley Weir in the Royal National Park, and right next to the weir is the historic Audley Boat Shed. In the boat shed, you can hire anything that floats. And talking about floating, the new autumn edition of the Sydney Weekender magazine is in your newsagents as I speak for $5.95. But if you subscribe, you could be floating away. As you know, I'm cruising Port Hacking with Cronulla Cruises. This is an eco tour. They're also licensed. But as far as food's concerned, Captain Brad has a menu. We pick off the menu, then he rings the menu through to a place called Delish on Port, a little cafe. You can't spend any more than $7.50. Then we pull in at a wharf, and the folks from Delish on Port deliver the tucker hot and ready to go. And they tell me that Delish makes the best burgers in Port Hacking. Well, I'm just about to make out and see if they do or not. Now, a little bit later tonight, it's Earth Hour. And you may be wondering, what is Earth Hour? Well, after the break, you guys will be eating out, and then all will be revealed. Thanks very much, Erica. That hot deal and everything you've seen on tonight's show, including cruising beautiful Port Hacking, check out the Witch website at visitnsw.com.au/paddle Sydney Weekender. Now, we're just cooling our heels down here in the Royal National Park, which is a fantastic thing to do, especially with school holidays almost upon us. In fact, next week we'll be coming to you from the Royal Easter Show, so I'm really looking forward to that. And here's what you should have been looking forward to. Your last chance to enter the Sydney Olympic Park Sydney Weekender Most Wanted competition. All the information's coming up on your screen as I speak. Have you entered, Gabby?
I'm going to now, Mike.
There you go. And if you are one of the 4 lucky winners, boy, are you going to be rock and rolling, and you should be doing that tonight if you tune into 101.7 WSFM. It's Jukebox Saturday night. It's where Sydney parties. You partying, Zach? Yeah. And what can I say about port hacking? Do yourself a favour, come on a Cronulla cruise and experience beautiful port hacking. Hey, listen, don't leave it up to these shire folk. Get down here and check it out. It is one of the most beautiful parts of Sydney you will ever see. You enjoyed today?
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed the show too, and I'll see you real soon on another Sydney Weekender. Righto, Zach, you pedalling? Come on, you got to put in. Nah, it's all right, man, I'll do it.